All right, man. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez and Sandor Martin viewership for another Saturday night. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase chance. Get notifications. We go live or drop a video. So it says that ESPN's telecast of Teofimo Lopez Sandor Martin fight average 951,000, peaked at 972,000. Says Teofimo Lopez. It's rolled by Keith Idec, by the way. Junior welterweight fight drew slightly higher viewerships on ESPN than his 140-pound debut 4 months ago. Nielsen Media Research revealed data Tuesday that includes an average of 951,000 viewers watched Lopez defeat Sandor Martin by split decision in 10-round main event Saturday night in Madison Square Garden, New York. ESPN peaked audience for Lopez and Martin match was at 972,000. Lopez previous fight on ESPN, a 7-round stoppage of Pedro Campa on August 13th, was watched by an average audience of 890,000 and drew a peak audience of 913,000. ESPN's entire 4-bout broadcast Saturday night, which lasts 3 hours and 8 minutes, attracted an average audience or an average of 840,000. Nielsen's numbers included only those who watched the ESPN linear channel, not those who viewed the fourth fight on ESPN Deportes or ESPN Plus, the network streaming service. Nielsen doesn't track viewership of ESPN Plus. ESPN doesn't release viewership figures for ESPN Plus either. The Brooklyn-born Lopez, 18-1 and 13 KOs, outpointed Spain's Sandor Martin, 40-0, three losses, 13 KOs on 2 scorecards, and appeared to be a very competitive fight. Quebec judge, whoever's name, Pascual Pascual, strangely scored about 8 of 10 for Lopez, who won 97-92 on his card. California Max DeLuca scores the rounds Lopez 96-93, who was knocked down early in the second round. And Italy's Guido Cavalieri scored at 95-94. Martin, who claimed he was robbed, and questioned why referee Ricky Gonzalez didn't score a second knockdown for him early in the seventh round, which was a knockdown. The bout before Lopez, Nero win, hard hitting heavyweight Jared Anderson, second round stoppage Jerry Forrest, drew an average 825,000. Anderson 13-0, 13 KOs in Toledo, Ohio, became the first opponent to beat Forrest inside the distance since Joe Washington knocked out Forrest 26-6 and 2 and 20 KOs. Newport News, Virginia, in the second round, August 2013, bout in Indigo, California. An average of 821,000 watched the bout. ESPN aired prior to Anderson's victory as Anders Zayas 8 unanimous points win over Alexis Salazar. Puerto Rico Zayas for 18-0 KOs. A 20-year-old junior middleweight beat Salazar 24-5 and 9 KOs in Norwalk, California, comfortably on all 3 scorecards. Opening ESPN telecast, unbeaten Keyshawn Davis 8-round shutout of Juan Carlos Burgos attracted a top 745,000. Davis 705 KOs, a 2021 silver medalist from Norfolk, Virginia, beat Burgos 35-7, 21 KOs, 3-time world championship challenger from Tijuana by the same scorecard, 80-72 according to each of 3 judges. So, I mean, them not hitting a million off Heisman night is strange. Very strange. That's very strange. So, that's something to think about. Them not hitting a million on Heisman night is not a good look. You hear Disney is cutting some things down. They kind of moving away from some things and all that type of stuff. And Top Rank might not get their contract renewed. I heard their contract supposed to be up, and it might not get renewed from the way it's looking right now. Um, they got to find a way to they gotta find a way to get a million. And I don't know what the ESPN Plus numbers and Deporte numbers said. Maybe people, more people cutting the cord on cable, so maybe that might help their favor. But I don't even understand why these networks carrying boxing. It's too expensive for the numbers that these fighters bringing in. But then again, once you look at the whole thing, when you look at sports in the whole, all the sports numbers are down significantly. In the technology era, all the numbers down. All the numbers down across the board. So I mean, that's something that that's something that need to be said. People don't watch the NBA like they used to watch it, and you could blame technology, or you could blame whatever you want to blame. But I know a lot of people who don't got cable no more. It's just too expensive, especially when everything inflating. So you're gonna cut the necessities out. But then again, he sit here and talking about he a big star, can't get a million people to watch him. That's crazy. They couldn't get a million people to the TV screen and watch this. After the Heisman vote. And then again, I must say it was probably the weakest Heisman of all, one of the weakest Heisman as far as, namesake. Caleb Williams is probably the best player in college football, FYI, but as far as namesake and somebody being high, I don't think it was a scintillating Heisman either. So that might have affected how many people, watched the Heisman and carried over to the card. But I felt that I guess would Pedraza done more numbers? I'm not sure. It's like you got to put these dudes in the ring with guys that people will know and want to see, or big fights, and that's the bottom line. This is a solid fight. We'll step up from Pedro Campa, but seemed like Teofimo Lopez is going backwards. That's what it seemed like. Teofimo Lopez is going backwards. He supposed to be going forward. It seemed like he going backwards, but then again, coming off a loss, coming off another network, trying to build his namesake back up, all that dancing and flipping ain't bringing too many people to the TV right now. And then he ain't knocking people out like he really did at 140 because he's still getting acclimated. I don't know. But something that they're gonna have to figure out. But it's just the viewership not the same no more. And the boxing community continues to shrink. And a casual boxing community continues to shrink. That's what you can say. Instead of the sport, continuing to grow, they're shrinking themselves by not making the fights that people want to see. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So, when they figure out that people only want to see big fights, then maybe they get together. It'd probably be a little bit too late. But I thought coming off the Heisman, but thinking about it, it was one of the weakest Heismans of all time. Being honest, it wasn't somebody who came out of nowhere and had a big run, or it wasn't this flamboyant name. Especially when you got the kid from on the West Coast. A lot of people don't get a chance to stay up late to watch and see the boy play. It ain't like when Reggie Bush and all them was balling and Matt Liner was balling. And it was must see TV. Ain't nobody been checking for USC since they left. Think about that for a minute. Ain't nobody been checking for USC since they left. So that's something to look at as well too. So it wasn't like you had a big name. It ain't like you had big names. I will say that. It ain't like you had big names this year. So that might end up hurting them. Maybe ESPN understood it. But overall it was competitive, but it wasn't a barn burner neither. Wasn't a barn burner neither. So they got in there and said, well, Sandor and Martin ran. That's why they didn't try to make the fight the first place. That's why they put Pedraza in there to make him look good. That's why they put Pedraza in there in the first place. That's exactly why they put Pedraza in there. Exactly why. But at the end of the day, you know, T.O. can't hang with the cat pillars of you know what I'm saying? He can't hang with them. He can't hang with them. Trust me. At 140. He fooled. They want to act like something mentally wrong with him. Man, maybe he just ain't that good. Newsflash. Maybe he just ain't that good to begin with. But I mean, it is what it is. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially want to support the channel. Cash App $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.